spray one way, and this is depending on the substrate, the surface. Some surfaces require you to spray over vertically and then horizontally, so you don't see spray pattern. But in instances like that, the fan, which is how wide the tip, that makes the tip come out, they make different widths, and that guy is using probably something a little smaller than what he should be using, because he could get it done a lot quicker than the bigger tip. But he's still, like, he's probably using like a 4, which is an 8-inch fan, so about that big. And overlapping is super easy. You can overcomplicate it if you want to, but it's really just an up and down motion, and you kind of make the pattern cross over about halfway, more or less. Because if you, just to make it cover, you don't want any bare spots to show. Because usually you do it in one coat, but I feel like this guy's probably going to have to do it too. But yeah, that's easy spray. You're 30 on the way? Okay, yeah, I have.
If you don't have this. He doesn't have to wear a dress pants. Just a white shirt, tie, dress pants, and shoes.
Oh, really? Oh, so you got a little bit as well.
You know, he's live streaming.
Oh, no. Yes.
Yeah, so we sent it to Dave's parents.
Yeah.
Which I don't know.
Down in the basement. Yeah, I could see ants.
Oh, yeah.
So they're coming through the crack without our side, like right there. Does it help? They're just building their colony in the walls right now. Nice. What is the name? Merry Christmas. I think it's good though.
What's
All right, thank you all so much for coming out tonight to support me. It really means so much to see all of you here. This recital is the culmination of all my many years of playing piano and all of my years spent here at DSA. So naturally, there was a lot of thought and time that went into it, and I'm so glad to be able to present it here for you guys tonight. When I was first starting to think of what songs to choose for this program, my mind initially went to songs that I have some sort of unfinished business with, songs that I felt I needed to play one more time to feel complete with my piano journey here at DSA. The song you guys just heard was the third movement to Ravel's Sonatine. I played this song back in ninth grade, my spring semester, and I remember I just felt terrible about playing this song. I went into my jury, which is like our final playing test of the semester, and I literally just sat down at the piano and just like broke down into tears in front of our teacher, Mr. Alpa, who had to sit there awkwardly. I remember he was recording all of the juries, and I just saw him slowly reach his hand up to stop the recording. So somewhere out there, Mr. Alpa has a recording of me crying at the piano before playing this song. I later found out that this song, Ravel would actually leave this movement out of his performances when he was playing the sonatine just because of how technical this movement could be. But clearly ninth grade me did not know that when choosing the song. And safe to say, I ended up actually skipping the recital that semester. So that was actually my first time performing it here at DSA. And given all that, I decided to once again torture myself and bring that one back for this one last hurrah here. The next piece I'll be playing is Chopin's Etude in E major. While Chopin didn't name any of his songs besides like their official technical names, this song is commonly called Tristesse, which is French for sadness. And I started playing this song back in like 8th or 9th grade, I think so. But I couldn't find the drive to finish it. It wasn't really speaking to me. And I just got busy with a lot of other, songs and responsibilities. So I never finished learning the song. And I decided to bring it back tonight. And learning it for the senior recital has actually been one of the best things I've ever done. I really have grown to love this song, and it's become one of my favorites in the entire program, despite the fact that I didn't necessarily love it at first. So I really just think this is one of the most beautiful and expressive and emotional songs of the entire program. The last song I'll be playing in this half of the program is called Malagueña by Ernesto Lecuona, who is arguably the best Cuban composer out there. You guys should look him up after this. He's really fantastic. I played this song back in 8th grade, and I chose to bring it back tonight, not because I felt I had some sort of unfinished business, but because this was actually a piece that my grandmother played when she was my age. My grandma has always been one of my biggest encouragers and biggest supporters, and she always told me to stick with the piano because I might regret it if I quit, and so I've been so incredibly grateful for her always cheering me on. And she always loves when I play this piece, so even though she couldn't make it out here tonight, that last song is dedicated to her. Following that piece, we will have a short 7-ish minute intermission before coming back for the second half of the recital. Thank you all again so much for coming tonight, and I really hope you enjoy.
I'm just playing with it a while. I'm just like, I just nail it. His
Okay, welcome back, everyone. I hope you had a nice intermission. For this half of the recital, I'll be playing 3 songs by a composer called Francisco Buencamino, who is a Filipino composer. Buencamino lived from 1883 to 1952, so his songs blend a unique element of Spanish and other European classical music with traditional folk tunes, which creates a really unique sound in each and every one of his pieces. I'll be starting off this half of the recital with a piece called Ang Larawan, which means the portrait. And then following that, I will be playing a piece called Damdamin, which means romance. And then I will have one more piece after that, which I will speak a little bit more about when the time comes. So I hope you guys enjoy this half just as much as the last. Thank you. Okay, so the last piece I'm going to be playing for you all tonight is a piece called My On Fantasy. This is probably my favorite song that I've ever played in my many years here playing piano and here at DSA. This piece tells the story of the Mayon volcano in the Bicol region of the Philippines. So I'm just gonna read off what it says on the back of my sheet music here. It says, "It is a descriptive piece of the Mayon volcano. The first part pictures the peaceful and contented life of the people living around until all this is disturbed by the volcano's eruption, fierce and destructive. After the last rumble is heard, survivors offer prayers to the Almighty. There is peace and quiet once more. The last part is of a joyful nature. The people's own folk song rings again, ending in a grandioso repetition of the same theme." So yeah, this piece is one that really tells a story. It can be interpreted in many different ways, not just about a volcanic eruption. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoy. Thank you guys all so much again for coming tonight. I just wanted to take a few minutes more of your time to acknowledge all the people that made this recital possible, because I definitely could not have done it alone. First, I want to welcome Miss Marsha up onto the stage. Miss Marsha has been my piano teacher for probably more than 10 years now. You have really taught me everything I know about piano, and you have helped me grow so much as an artist and so much as a human being as well, and I am so incredibly grateful for all the opportunities you have brought me. Sorry, I'm getting emotional. And I always love getting to play piano with you, or talk swimming, or travel, or really anything else. And I am so incredibly grateful that you have been my teacher. Okay, sorry. Next, I want to welcome Miss Kim onto stage. Miss Kim is the piano teacher here at DSA. Miss Kim, you have been honestly such a gift to the piano program. I cannot imagine what my last years here at DSA would have been like without you. I speak for the entire piano department when I say that you are truly one of the best that DSA has ever seen, and you are so beloved in the piano department. And so these are for you. Sorry. I'm gonna miss you so much. I also want to thank my parents. You guys can stand up. These are the people that have supported me in every aspect of my life, whether it's hours upon hours of practicing piano that you guys put up with, or many performances, or even swim meets, or anything else. You guys are always showing up for me, and I could not be more grateful to have you guys as my parents and have you guys supporting my piano journey. Yeah, I love you too. I last want to thank all of my friends and all of my relatives who have constantly supported me throughout my piano journey. Honestly, being able to share my music with all of you guys makes all the hard times and all the hours and all the late nights worth it. So I am so happy to have such a lovely group of people supporting me. Thank you guys all again so much for showing up tonight. I really appreciated you guys taking the time to listen to me, and there will be a reception in the Commons now, so thank you again.